This is Barracuda Buzz coming to you with another episode of how to install a gas tank and a Mopar, specifically a 1973 Barracuda, and specifically a 1970 gas tank. So you ask yourself, why is Buzz putting a 70 gas tank and a 73 Cuda? Because it was 20 years ago and I fucked up! This is Barracuda Buzz coming to you with the fuel tank assembly for a 73 Cuda Mopar E-body, A-body, it don't matter, general car. But this is a 73 Cuda I'm working on right now, and it is the fuel system.
Now these are the things that you'll need: is the sending unit, the proper hose for the sending unit coming off into the fuel line. You'll need all your rubber seals that go into the fuel tank and in your trunk area. Next one, your vent line. This is for 70. The 70 Cuda tank, remember that. So it's a 73 Barracuda, but we're putting a 70 Cuda tank in here. That's the reason why we got this stuff. Okay? That is different venting line than what comes on the 73. The straps, the fuel tank, and of course we got a newer pad laying there, and spray adhesive. What I'm going to show you is the proper way of putting on this pad so it won't slip and fall on you while you're putting it inside the car. And we use the spray adhesive here, and we'll shoot both this pad and the tank. And this is just a 3M adhesive spray that goes on real well. We did this all good, and we'll let this tack up. We'll let this tack up for a few minutes, and then we'll install the pad.
Alright, after 3 minutes of tack-up time, we will put this on accordingly.
Now this is just so this pad stays on without any issues that you might incur. And it's very helpful in staying. So you can see, once it's on, it's on. It stays. So now when you're fiddling around up there, you won't have any problems. Now we have the sending unit here. And we slid the rubber washer on, and this rubber washer seats up against that. Now, of course, you can see which way the float goes. The float goes up. This is the bottom of the tank. So we will carefully slide this in. And this has locking tabs on it as well. The tabs are in the tank, 2 tabs to line this up. And this helps you line up your sending unit. Just carefully line this in, like that. Then this ring slides over this way, and we'll get you a close-up.
Now we got this in. I got the sliding ring in these tabs on the fuel tank. Now you can use a chisel or you can use a screwdriver, or in this case, I'm just going to use a punch.
I'll use this clear glass cleaner as a little bit of lubricant, but we'll put this rubber seal on the neck area of the fuel tank. Slide it on there, just like so. And that will evaporate and it won't damage the seal. Tug on that, and that's good. And now we're ready. And as we slide this through, okay, we'll use that same lubricant to slide that fuel neck through, and we'll be done. And guess what? Sorry I didn't get any video of the actual installation of the tank, but I hope that at least the rest of this will guide you.
Saying with that floor jack here, all right, I had to jack this up, push up on this top end so that this fuel neck goes through this O-ring here, the right way, which is that O-ring, or you can see there, and get that to squeeze in. You need 2 people for this. I done it. It was a pain in the ass. It took forever. But once that's done, you tighten up the J-bolts a little bit at a time, and you just start pushing that and pushing down on that fuel neck. But I screwed it in place, and it stayed there, and so I was able to push it up, like I said, by lubricating that fuel neck with WD-40. I screwed on these screws so it would stay in place. As I fit that gas tank and push it up by myself, we're talking, you need 2 people for this, and then fit that through that filler tube through the grommet. So it's not easy, but if you start pressing up on it too much, you might strip out them screws. But it is a good idea to do them because then it's in the exact place where it's going to be. With the gas tank in place, the lines are all fed where you have 3/8 fuel line to the pump, and then a 1/4-inch vent line to the manifold. And that runs along between the tank and this ridge there on the body. So the 3/8 fuel line runs through, and you can see the rubber that goes between the fuel line and the connections on the sending unit. And that all fits in there, and of course the clamp that's on there is a grounding clamp strap, which is this right there. That's a grounding strap. You're going to need that on there. And the electric connector goes right from the harness to the sending unit and goes right to the dash panel of your gas gauge. On this tank, it has the 1/4-inch vent that comes out of the top of the tank on the passenger side and goes through the frame rail, which I had to cut because I had to weld plates. This is all replated, this subframe. So you can see that it's cut so the lines could come out, and they are put in through the 2 1-inch holes that are cut out as well, and ran on the inside of the trunk. It runs through this line, goes through the small line, goes through the trunk, comes out, the big line comes out. It just empties right into the frame, and that's where it vents out. By the time it goes through, it's evaporated. You can see where it comes in through the floor here, and where it runs up, and it bends, and then it's converted to the large line. And the large line comes back through and runs into that frame rail. As we can see, the fuel line was ran all along the frame, and of course the proper clips, S-clips, and installation clamps were put in approximately the same spots they were from the factory, as close as I could get them. And rungs along the wheel well, inner wheel well, clips in, bolts in there, and then it bends. And it does a tricky bend here and goes underneath this bracket. And it continues all the way down the body. Then the bend goes through the frame and then along the railing, frame rail, and clips to that, and then that's it.